What's up, people? Welcome to the 23rd episode of the News That Matters, where I tell you some interesting and fun news and some news that I think may matter to you, as most news channels broadcast bullshit. News number 1 comes from the Supreme Court, which has once again slammed the government over delay in opening the Eastern Peripheral Expressway. The highway, which was planned in 2006, is aimed at decongesting Delhi. The Supreme Court on Thursday asked the National Highway Authority of India about why it was waiting for Prime Minister Narendra Modi to open it. Well, I completely agree with this view of the Supreme Court. After all, the Prime Minister of India doesn't really have time for India, right? He doesn't even stay in India for that long. The Supreme Court has now directed the NHAI to open the expressway before 31st of May, even without inauguration. Well, I also think that the facilities made for the public should not be kept closed just for the sake of a celebrity or politician to come and inaugurate it. If they are made for the public, then they should be given to the public as soon as possible. The next news is really a sad and shameful one. Over 100 girls from a government operated hostel in Madhya Pradesh were forced to defecate and bath in the open due to the scarcity of water in the hostel bathrooms for months. The girls have to go to a drain about 2 kilometers away from the hostel just to take a bath and defecate. The hostel warden said that the authorities did not take any action despite of the frequent complaints they have made. Seriously, this is a really shameful picture of our country. What's even more shameful is that the authorities, which were sleeping up until now, suddenly wake up after the various news reports about the problem. Yes, the officials have now assured that they will take action as soon as possible. I mean, what the hell were you doing until now? Waiting for this horrible reality of India to go public? Seriously, these negligent and good for nothing officials were waiting for the problem to go viral before taking any action. This is sad, but true insight of our country, where still a lot of people have to defecate in open just because of the inefficiency and negligent attitude of the authorities. Well, the next news is from Maharashtra, where the Ahmednagar jail has set up its own radio station in the jail, which will be operated by and for the inmates. The jail authorities said that programs like song requests, health shows, and spiritual songs will be played on the radio for the inmates. This program is aimed mainly to divert the prisoner's mind from negativity and bring a change in them. Well, I think for small crimes like petty thievery or frauds, one can be given second chance. But I also think that for crimes that harm the interest of the country, like murders or the horrible act of rape, should only be punished by the most brutal sort of death penalty. What do you think about the death penalty as punishment for certain crimes? Tell me down in the comments below. Well, now here's a little comic relief for you from the second top BJP clown after Mr. Modi, the Tripura CM Biplab. He again made a gaffe recently, saying that Rabindranath Tagore rejected his Nobel Prize in protest against the British. Man, this guy is the chief minister of an entire state, and still he doesn't have basic knowledge about any subject or history. This is the same guy who thinks only civil engineers can be in civil services, and also that the youth should open pawn shops and milk cows rather than going for government jobs. Well, he is pretty funny, but I don't think he can ever compete with the supreme leader, Mr. Faku. Well, now let's have some tech news. Lenovo recently posted a picture online showing the sketches of a phone with extremely tiny bezels. From the picture, it looks like that the phone doesn't even have any bezels at all. The vice president of Lenovo said that this device will have a screen-to-body ratio of 95%. The device is most likely to be called the Lenovo Z5 as seen in the picture. Well, it also raises suspicion like where the front camera and the sensors will be placed in this phone. The only thing that we can do right now is to wait for this to come out. Let's see if Lenovo suddenly jumps out of its grave in the smartphone industry and kills the competition or not. Well, the last news for today comes from Apple, whose Apple Watch Series 3 is now officially available in India from Airtel and Jio. The watch can be purchased from any Airtel, Jio or Apple authorized store. There are two sizes of the watch, which are 38 and 42 millimeters. The pricing is a bit on the higher side, which is about 40,000 rupees for the watch. But considering this is an Apple product, I don't think any price is too high. The premium ceramic edition of the watch can also be bought now, and its price is a whopping 1,22,000 rupees for the 42mm and 1,18,000 rupees for the 38mm version. The watch will use eSIM and will be able to make standalone calls and access internet over its own mobile data. Well, are you excited for this one, or do you think that most Apple products are overrated? Tell me down in the comments below. Well, this was all for today. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of the news that matters. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more.